Meteorologist Matthew East, thank you for clicking on to this latest edition of the Carolina Weather Video. This is the Thursday, October the 30th edition here, and it is another cold start around the Carolinas and much of the eastern United States this morning. Much of the Piedmont of North Carolina below freezing this morning, and this is, of course, a widespread freeze for much of the central and western portions of the Carolinas. Some spots got below freezing yesterday morning. Almost everyone in the Piedmont was able to dip below freezing, at least for a period of time, through this morning. There's your surface chart, and we have a big area of high pressure extending across the Ohio Valley down into the deep south, and that's nosing into our area as well. That will give us lots of sunshine all day today, and another pretty cold night tonight. And boy, let me tell you, that is a quiet-looking radar image across the lower 48. There's a few showers this morning in western Nebraska, a couple other radar returns showing up in Illinois and Indiana. But really, there is not much to talk about in terms of precipitation. Very quiet stretch of weather settling in here. There's the water vapor imagery across North America. And we have a big storm system here off of the west coast. That'll swing into the west coast over the weekend. But really, things are pretty quiet. We've had this trough here over the eastern United States. That's beginning to lift out, and we're going to see that replaced by more of a zonal flow pattern with time here. And that's going to bring in some milder conditions for us. Here's the upper air chart off the GFS. There goes the trough off the coast. And notice that the westerly flow is going to begin to replace that. That's 2 o'clock today. Here we are 2 o'clock tomorrow, and the trough is gone. Ridge developing over the southern Rockies and the southern Plain states, and that'll be developing on our way. Here you go in terms of the surface map here. This is 2 o'clock this afternoon. High pressure directly overhead. We're going to be looking at a day today that features sunshine all day. Highs upper 50s to low to mid 60s, depending on your exact location in the Piedmont. So we will begin that process of getting things a little milder today. Tonight, another cold one down to near or just below freezing in many Piedmont locations tonight, and then tomorrow. We really begin to warm things up. It looks like highs tomorrow afternoon, upper 60s across much of the Piedmont. Some spots might even try to hit 70. And if you don't hit 70 tomorrow, you probably will on Saturday. Another day with a good deal of sunshine, and we should be looking at low to even some mid-70s across most Piedmont locations as our Saturday unfolds. And by the way, before we go any further ahead, of course, tomorrow's Halloween. For the trick-or-treaters coming up tomorrow evening, there'll be no weather problems. Temperatures slipping into the 50s through the evening with generally a clear sky. So a warm, sunny day on Saturday. On Sunday, though, notice another area of high pressure moving into the New England states and sort of pushing another cooler air mass down the eastern side of the mountain. So I think back into the 60s for highs Sunday, and a lot of 60s probably then for the rest of the 7-day outlook. Monday, notice a fetch of Atlantic moisture beginning to move into the southeastern United States, and exactly how that Atlantic moisture evolves will determine how next week plays out for us. There we are on Tuesday, and notice that on this run of the GFS, some pretty good rains into Georgia and South Carolina on Tuesday. Wednesday, that begins to shift a little northward towards North Carolina. But this is one of those type of deals. You're not going to be able to resolve those details with that Atlantic push of moisture this far in advance. So for this forecast package, I brought in more clouds next week, especially toward Wednesday and Thursday. Rain chances yet to be determined. Let's see. I had one more graphic for you. I don't know where it went to. Let's see if I can locate it real quick. No, it's vanished on me. At any rate, I was going to show you the Arctic oscillation forecast, and I'll just give you a quick synopsis. It's going to head down into this negative territory as we get into the first portions of November. That oftentimes signals a pretty cold pattern, at least in portions of the lower 48. And I'm looking at a lot of different indices that are indicating probably by the 5th to 15th or so of November, we're back into a colder weather pattern once again. I'll keep working on those details for you. All right, that's it for this edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everyone have a wonderful Thursday, and God bless.